Before we do this, heed my warning. If you value your time or your sanity even just a little, do not try this at home. What you're about to watch was the hardest shiny monotype nuzlocke that I've done yet, and I've done loads of these. I won't give away too much, except for the fact that this video includes the hardest Scarlet and Violet shiny hunt that I've ever done by a landslide. Nothing even comes close, and you'll see why later, but for now, let's embark on the story of how I came to beat Paldea in its entirety in a hardcore nuzlocke using exclusively full odds shiny electric type Pokemon. Our story begins with an intro that you've seen and heard a billion times that canonically takes 1 hour and a half to get through. And say what you will, but I think after paying £40 for a video game, I should have to earn the gameplay. 1 hour 30 of soul decaying, button mashing dialogue, so that by the time I hop on Coridon's back for the first time, I am nothing but an empty husk. Already bored and defeated, because dagnabbit, that's what I came here to feel. Anyway, with that through, it was high time we shiny hunt for our actual starter, because the one that we already have isn't shiny nor electric. So I embarked to that area just beyond Lost Plateaus. Listen, when you're running this full odds, there really isn't much that you can do to sway things in your favour in the early game. However, for the electric run, that's not actually the case. If you make your way to a place called Canto Crepes, you can purchase a strawberry whipped cream crepe, which grants electric encounter level 1. That being said though, I still ran around for a longer than long time looking for either Pichu or Pommy, and even with the encounter level 1 active, I wasn't really seeing many more of them than usual. Regardless, I pressed on, and in just under 3 days, I found my first shiny. So, with AA battery claiming the spot of our starter, we could finally embark on our journey. Now, I wasn't sure what I was going to need, but before heading to Cortondo to progress in the story, I opted to grab a couple of things that might come in handy. First off, I went to Levincia to grab the TM for electric terrain. Then it was off to Lost Plateaus to grab rest. Then, in beating all the trainers in the first area, I could get the TM for Thunderwave from a guy standing outside the Pokemon Center. I got Thunderfang and equipped a Chesto Berry, so then, after rolling an olive like the prime athlete that I so clearly am, I had a decision to make. Do I fight the gym with one Pokemon, or do I spend an endless amount of time hunting for another shit? Oh my god, that's it! That's it! Oh my god, that's it! That's it! Holy crap, that was so fast, bro! Holy moly! Never freaking mind, bro! We're in business! Strangely, Shinx learned Sunny Day, so a new tactic for the bug lady was brewing in my head. Not only did I add Air Fryer to our arsenal, but Shinx evolves at level 14, meaning that we can take on Katie's gym with a Luxio by our side. Huge! Massive! Immense! Enormous! Synonyms! With all my anxiety alleviated, it was time to show Katie what I can do. But first, this video is very generously sponsored by Miraibo GO. It's an entirely free PAL-like pet-catching survival building mobile game, available on multiple platforms from PC to mobile. There's so much to do with free building, raiding exploration, pet befriending, battling, and more. There are more than 100 kinds of unique phantom beasts to accompany you in starting your adventure. And since the open beta of the game is live, you'll be able to go and test it out and make progress before everyone else. You can also use monsters to automatically build bases by assigning them tasks based on their characteristics, such as gathering resources, farming, and producing goods. You can ride monsters to explore different areas and engage in battles to catch other monsters, including intense boss fights with a variety of weapons from simple wooden sticks to modern firearms. Listen, all I'm saying is I gave it a try myself and I got pretty sucked in. It was much more fun than being sat doom scrolling, I'll tell you that much. So come join me, download Miraibo GO and start your own adventure at entirely no cost. Anyway, back to the video. I opted to lead AA so that we could get a nuzzle off on the nimble. We then ate a struggle bug, and the next turn I shot for Sunny Day before taking a nasty double kick. But it's fine, see, because AA did their job, and I pivoted on over to Air Fryer the Luxio. We took a double kick on the switch, but very promptly outsped an O-code with a sun-boosted Fire Fang the next turn. Katie brought in her ball of yarn with legs, and with an unnecessary crit, it was done for. Last but not least was Katie's Teddy, but it's fair to say that it wasn't really a match for a super effective sun-boosted Fire Fang from Air Fryer. The first didn't kill, but it did flinch, and the second was enough to end the battle. And so with that, badge 1 was in the bag. I was gonna stop again to hunt for our next member, but I just wasn't feeling it. I know shiny hunting's supposed to be a meditative activity, but I hate meditation. I'd rather just sit there and do nothing. Get it? Cause... Onwards, my friends, to the crab, aka Big Delicious, aka Cloth. Now, off the rip, I decided to lead Air Fryer and terrestrialize, and before we could attack, the Titan used block. It puts us in a precarious position because no matter what happens from here, Air Fryer is locked in. We do a lovely amount of damage from a Terra-boosted Thunder Shock, and the next turn we get insanely lucky because the crab used Rock Smash and we managed to avoid the defense drop. However, after landing another hit, Anger Shell was activated, so the following turn, Air Fryer took a Vice Grip that, had it crit, would have absolutely wiped our cat off the face of the earth. Again though, we got lucky. This Pokemon is my 4-leaf clover so far. Anyway, on to round 2. I called my mate Arvin to come corner this bozo, and my guy came through for me, and he brought his shell with 2 googly eyes and a tongue. But hey, that thing did bits here. Together we let loose an array of attacks, and literally without taking a single point of damage, Cloth got fried. Yum. So I followed RV into a cave, we found some drugs, stole the drugs, pasted the drugs into a drugs sandwich, and now our dinosaur horse bicycle could run faster. From here I decided I was gonna have to shiny hunt before moving on, not just to help out with Brassius and the dumb stork that we've got coming up, but because ahead of that, to be allowed access to Giacomo's base, we're not allowed to have less than 3 Pokemon. Anyway, this hunt was an interesting one because the Pokemon we were hunting for was the first that I would really have to lock in for. Tommy's shiny, bright pink. Chinx's shiny, bright yellow. Tadbulb, our next target, has a tiny red tag on the tail instead of a tiny orange tag on the tail. Sick. So for the next day and a bit, I was locked in, looking as intensely as I could, and sure, Encounter Power 1 was helping out. I was seeing far more Tadbulb than anything else, but it doesn't negate how difficult this little buddy was to point out. Regardless, I did manage to find it. I called the Tadbulb Toaster and then made my way to Levincia to grab myself the TM for Reflect, and directly next to it, the Thunderstone. So with my prep mostly through, I went to Artisan to shepherd some sickly pixel deficient sunflowers, as you do, and with that, I was granted passage to fight for my second gym badge. However, the Thunderstone that I snagged before was particularly useful here because although Tadbulb is on the more fragile side, its evolution Bellybolt, which by the way has one of my favourite shinies to come out of Paldea, has the early game stats to back it up. So with that, it's time. I walked on in, my chin up high, and Brassius was in the sky. He leapt on down to my surprise and tells me he's the grassy guy. We part and prep ourselves to fight. He sends in Petalil, alright. I opted to send in Toaster and Mudslap, reducing its sight. The tactic was quite plain, you see. We took a Mega Drain with ease and Mudslap till the flower managed to put Toaster off to sleep. Eventually, our double A could swap in and use Sunny Day. We dodged a move and swapped on through, and Fryer took a Mega Drain. From there, the setup was intact, and with a simple Fire Fang, the Petalil would fall and then the Smoliv would fall back to back. Finally, Mon number 3, a rock pretending it's a tree. He terrors off the rip and hopes that he can clutch a victory. However, not today, my friend. A Fire Fang does lots, and then we take a pretty painful hit, and with one more, the battle's end. Wait, what? No, what the? No! The low roll! No! Air Fryer! Oh my god! No way! That must have been the highest high roll followed by the lowest low roll. I'm telling you, regardless, by the grace of Geodude herself, we emerged victorious with 0 deaths to our name. Somehow everyone made it out, including young Air Fryer. That was a little too close for comfort. And so from where I'm currently standing, I think I'd like to get another early game shiny, if I can. So near Cortondo, herds of sheep spawn, and if you're incredibly lucky, one of those sheep won't actually be a sheep. It'll be a candy floss. Start another one. Oh my god, wait, that's, oh my god. Wait, I found it. Oh my god, it's right there. Oh my god, it's right there. Okay, listen, it's fine if you get in the ball. Finally! Fantastic! That only took like 2 days of mind-corroding circle running. Sometimes when what's classed as an easier hunt takes as long as that, I like to stand in front of the mirror and just reflect. Anyway, before heading into the Giacomo fight, AirPods, our candy floss, could evolve into Fluffy, and so with that, it was time to— Oh my god, Clive, go away! Nobody cares! You're someone's granddad cosplaying as a preteen! Why have you not been fired yet? Sorry. We sequentially beat up 30 children's Pokemon before the bad eggs decided I was allowed to fight the bad egg leader. Word has it that me and this guy used to be in a boy band. We were called Como and Co. He was the Como, I was the and Co. But no longer will I live in his shadow. I'm here for revenge. Brother leads as Toy Soldier and I lead AA Battery, who apparently evolved at some point before this battle. Off the rip, a quad-effective arm thrust landed 3 times and KO'd, and so all Como was left with was the car beneath his feet. We get intimidated off the bounce, and after getting hit with a metal sound, AA used electric terrain, and I could swap over to Toaster. See, Toaster is incredibly bulky, but not only that, we could mud slap and slack off. I started low in the Revervroom's accuracy, but after taking a metal sound, I had to switch. It was here that I sort of realised that I threw. Frick, I didn't take the Chesto Berry off. I don't even have rest. What's the point of the Chesto Berry? That's stinky. I should put the loaded dice on. Oh my god, that did too much. That wasn't very effective, and it— oh, it crit. Okay, that makes sense. Wait. Wait, the Chesto Berry! No way! That's so funny! It was there for rest. I completely forgot that that move could do that. It crit and put us to sleep, which would have been terrible. After the Chesto Berry activated, I still had to switch, so it was back over to Toaster, who avoided the oncoming attack. Then, after an array of mud slaps and slack-offs intermittently, I terastallized the frog to let loose a few thunder shocks, which eventually managed to take the kill, and with that, the battle. Post-Como, but pre-Yono, I decided to go for a little stroll in circles with my pink bear hamster. Because since Iono's a little bit of a menace, I'm gonna need all the firepower I can muster. And this little thing evolved evolves by walking. That's it. That's the requirement. So I brought him out of his Pokeball and we ran around Levincia for a while until I was sure that I'd walked 1,000 steps. And with that, our little buddy became a slightly bigger little buddy. And then, after playing hide and seek with the headmaster of a primary school and beating up a few Iono fanboys, I could get the heckles out of here and prep. I went to the Delibird presents around the corner and picked up a bag of sand for $3,000. I trekked to a field outside Cortondo to grab the Adamant Mint, to the Deli Prezzies and Cascarafa to grab the light clay, and finally to Medali to grab the leftovers. With all that in pocket, we were all prepped up for Gym 3, the E-Girl. She pretty much said that she'll fight me as long as it gets her views, and so here we are. I led AirPods, and essentially after setting up a light clay boosted reflect, we back and forth until the Wattrel kicked it. Luxio came in next, but that was a silly blue one, far inferior to my incredible yellow one. Fluffy learns Cotton Sport, and so I managed to set 2 up, allowing AirPods to survive just long enough to set up light screen, and with just 6 HP left on our sheep, I pivoted over to AA Battery, who could dig and Oko the cat. No crit or anything. Pomo at this point in the game is absolutely ludicrous. I used Dig against the Belly Bolt, but it was then that I realised that I was being a cabbage, because Dig is a 2-turn move, so the light screen that we risked AirPod's life to set up was essentially pointless because I was a dumbass and I burned away all the light screen turns, which, by the way, were there to help against her ace. Regardless, I managed to KO the Belly Bolt, but with no screens up, this was a pretty stinky situation. I had to stay in, and so after the Miss Magus put a light bulb on its head, we took a Confuse Ray. But we managed to break through. The issue was that our arm thrust just didn't do much, like, at all. I had to swap back over to Toaster knowing that we were about to take a Hex, which still did a whole lot of damage even without the confusion. Toaster then got confused and hit herself in confusion. Hex was about to be a 130 base power stab move from a Miss Magus. That Pokemon has 105 base special attack. Someone was about to get cooked whether I liked it or not. I had to swap out over to Airfryer, who took a Hex again on the switch, but the move did comfortably over half. I just don't see an out here, so back to AA Battery, who took a nasty hit, then got outsped and hit with Confuse Ray. Either way, we managed to get an arm thrust off, and then the next turn we had to swap over to Toaster again, and that's when I realised.
How much PP does Hex have?
Wait, it's got 10.
59 to 31, which means we survive another, especially with lefties. Wait, it's gonna Confuse Ray. If we manage to pull this off, wait, this could be crazy. If we can slack off, right? Wait, Hexed. That doesn't kill. Oh my god, please bring us above 30. Please, 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 please. Oh my god, wait, wait, we might actually win this. We just need to stall out Hex. So listen, from here my butt was puckered, my breath was held, a drop of sweat was rolling down my temple, and a vein was pulsating out of my forehead. We got confused, and Toaster, the freaking girl boss, broke through confusion to use Slack Off and get back up to full HP. In this position, we're confused, and knowing that Hex was coming, I decided to stay in. This was our only option. That should do 60. That did nothing. Why did that do nothing? We're confused. Why did that do nothing? What? Wait, that doesn't make any sense. We're confused. We're hit with a non-volatile status condition. That's what that is, which means it should be 130 base power, and earlier it was doing... I am so intensely confused right now.
I don't know, man. I thought Confuse Ray Hex would do considerably more damage because in Hex's description it says that its power is doubled if the opponent is inflicted with a non-volatile status condition. Confusion is a non-volatile status condition, so I don't get it. Regardless, I'll take it because with the damage output being less than I thought and planned for, Toaster was able to slowly chip through the Miss Magus' health bar with Water Gun.
Breakthrough, come on Toaster.
Yes! This Pokemon is a Pokemon! Bro, Toaster's out here. Are you serious?
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't expect Iono's electric types to do me like that.
In hindsight, I could have probably equipped AA with a slightly better moveset, but either way, we made it through with no deaths, and I'm so clearly the best electric type trainer in all the land. Because mine are sparkly! Iono got deleted and I was ready to keep going. We weren't holding anything back. It's just like my father taught me, always give 100% unless you're donating blood. I had a pretty solid idea for how I was going to beat Mela, and so with my tactic in hand, it was time to... Oh, not you again! What the hell? Why are you still in that godforsaken outfit? Sir, you're so far over the line isn't even a line anymore. The line's a dot from where you're standing. Did you shave your legs for this?
I abhor you.
So anyway, Mela led a turtle, and even though I was going to use AA to rain dance as my plan A, I got lucky and it was already raining. Although, right, something confused me a little because Torkoal's drought still seemed to activate, and when I checked the status still said it was raining. So I mean, I took the game's word for it, and instead of trying to set up the rain, I used Dig. It did some solid damage, and we took a pretty weak clear smog. Also, I just realized in watching this back that my Pokemon were all 2 levels below the cap. That was, yeah, that was silly. Regardless, before KOing Torkoal, I swapped over to AirPods to use her to KO the Lava Turtle. The Starmobile did a roar, and it was our sheep against Mela's Ford F-150. We got screeched off the rip and opted to use Light Screen. Then, instead of risking a nasty physical attack just to get the Reflect off too, I swapped over to our trusty Toaster, and after taking a screech, Blazing Torque still only did 25 points of damage. With the lefties in hand, it felt like we were somewhat in the clear to use Mud Slaps to lower this thing's accuracy. We got pretty lucky, and after slapping mud into this thing's eyes literally 6 times, it was probably high time we went on the offense. I used Slack Off to get Toaster back up, and after that, it was an easy road to victory as we watergunned the car until it seized up, coughed, sputtered, and died. I'm telling you, man, until this point, I literally haven't used a belly boat, and I'm standing to regret that quite a lot. This Pokemon is a Pokemon. Onwards, my Sparkles! Get it? Because Spark and Sparkle... I'm funny, I know I'm funny. To the barren desert domain of the poop noodle. But when is this thing ever an issue? Shush! After a nuzzle and then an accidental second nuzzle, arm thrust landed 4 times, bringing the worm down to half, and so after a bit of swapping, a bit of reflecting, and a bit of fire from air fryer, we took the first round of the fight with relative ease, and the oversized hunk of metal scurried through a wall. So I chased it through said wall and found it on the other side. I called up my mate Arv, and we watched it eat some of the devil's lettuce, and with that we cornered the beast, paralysed it, confused it, and smacked it sideways until it decomposed in front of our very eyes. Once business was dealt with, I followed Arvin into a cave, we found some lettuce of our own, I fed some to my bike, and it learned how to dunk. How neat! Anyway, I figured it was high time I head to the grass near Artisan to find a certain little guy we've all come to know and love. Pikachu.
Oh my god, what the hell? How strange.
No, not Steenie. Pikachu.
Oh, you're lying. You're so lying. That sucks. Oh, you're lying. You're absolutely lying to me right now. I knew it was gonna happen as well. I knew it was gonna happen.
Oh, I've been here for...
Oh, okay, right, whatever.
But then, after most of the energy of my youth sapped from my very lifespan, it happened.
That's not it, is it? Are you shiny? Cheeks look less pink.
Yes! Finally! No more phases! That took far too long. Okay, that feels good. So right, before moving on, I opted to grab the TM for Thief, and there was a very specific reason for that. However, after literally spending upwards of half an hour using Thief on every single Pikachu I could see, I decided to cheat a little. I decided to go off book and catch myself a Noibat. Not even a shiny one at that. Disgraceful. My reasoning for all of this randomness is a specific item. You see, wild Pikachu have a 5% chance to hold an item called a Light Ball, which should in theory aid our run quite a bit. It's specific to Pikachu, and when held it literally doubles Pikachu's physical and special attack stats. Ludicrous. A Noibat has the ability Frisk, meaning that if I find the 5% Pikachu, the ability will activate and tell me, saving me the hassle of using Thief on a Pokemon that isn't holding anything. Or in my case, 400 Pokemon that aren't holding anything. Even with that time save though, it still took almost an hour. Eventually we did get it. With that, I was walking towards the Cascarafa gym when some butcher looking man with eyebrows that transcend time barged past me in a hurry, and in doing so, he forgot his wallet. The gym staff asked me to deliver it to him, and so now we're off on a wild Kofu chase towards Porto Marinada, where we found the guy, beat up his protege, and then took the contents of the big fella's wallet to bid for some forbidden coral, seaweed, whatever it is. It looks almost psychedelic. Now the level cap is exactly 30 for Kofu, which allows some pretty cool things to transpire. 1. Our AirPods could evolve into Ampharos, which is such a beautiful shiny. And 2. Our air fryer could evolve into Luxray. Again, just chef's kiss. With that, my friends, it was time to square off against Eyebrows McLove Bunny Covington Handsomworth, Knight of the Shiny Head. What did I... Eyebrows McLove Bunny Covington Handsomworth, Knight of the Why did I write that? You'd think since this guy wields water types that this would be a breeze, right? Well, listen, I'm peeved. Wanna know why? Well, Kofi led his fish and I led Toaster. Off the rip, I decided to lower its accuracy with Mud Slap as we were getting smacked up with Aqua Cutters. We avoided a few, whatever, and by the time I went to switch, the setup was looking pretty good. From there, I brought in AirPods to be extra careful. See, we could set up a Light Clay boosted Reflect and even further enhance our setup against this thing. I set up a Light Screen too, just for future, and then pivoted over to who I was sure would be our MVP this fight. Dynattack the Pikachu. We avoided the first attack and opted for a Nasty Plot, which is a move that Pikachu gets. We avoid again, set up another, and exactly what you thought was gonna happen, happened. No! Dynattack, why? You had one freaking job, bro! Don't get crit, that's all! That's all! Are you serious? So all the effort and time I put into making this thing viable was struck down by the fact that not only did the Veluza bypass one single attack through -6 accuracy, but it also landed a 1 in 8 chance critical hit. Cool. Dynattack was the first to fall, and literally without landing a single attack in its entire lifespan. I'm flabbergasted, man. The silly thing is, the tactic would have worked with anyone else setting up too. I just wanted Dynattack to get the screen time. I brought in Air Fryer, used Electric Terrain, dodged an Aqua Cutter, and Terra'd so that Spark was now a super effective Terra boosted, Electric Terrain boosted stab move from a fully evolved Pokemon. Veluza went down. Wog Trio came in, we took a headbutt, didn't flinch, and KO'd the worms as well. Gooey then activated because we hit it physically, but since the last Pokemon to hit the field was a Crabominable, which is notoriously slow, we were pretty free to watch the big dog terrestrialize and still outspeed an Oko with a single spark. See, it was literally that simple. Our Chikapoo didn't have to die. Not like that. That was embarrassing. Dynattack, what the hell happened there? That was abysmal. That was dreadful. That sucked. Through -6 accuracy and a reflect. Bro, I spent so long trying to find you, and then the freaking light ball as well.
Cool. I guess, yep. Well, Rest in peace. That was a waste of time.
So right, with a member gone and the scary poison guy up next, I decided that I wanted to hunt for a specific Pokemon. A Magnemite would provide the steel typing, which against Atticus is hilariously good. So I went to a spot right next to Levincia and ran around for a long time, often seeing freaking seas of Rotom and Magnemite until finally a shiny showed up. Oh my god, I found it! I found I mean, it's not even almost what I was looking for, but well, I've been looking for Magnemite for so long, Watcher wasn't bad by any means, but it definitely wasn't what I was after. Then something ridiculous happened as I was leaving Levincia.
Okay. Are you serious?
Are you actually, that is ironic as crap.
This is full odds. I can't use the outbreak. That sucks. You suck for that. Magnemite's my new mortal enemy. That's dreadful. That is poor behavior.
So I mean, listen, I'd had enough of shiny hunting for now, and I decided it was absolutely time that I made my way towards— Come on, bro, not you! Get out of my way! You literally are not helping anyone, least of all yourself! What the hell have you done with your hair? Is that real or is that a wig? Why are your sideburns like that? Who are you trying to— Either way, before heading into Atticus's base, I could evolve Alexa the Wattrel into Alexa the Killer Wattrel. This thing has very Kachow-like speed. I like that. I grabbed the TMs for Brick Break and Bulk Up, and after humbling a child outside of Atticus's lair, I was ready to head in. The Shakespearean did a flip and challenged me to battle with his skunk cat, and I led Toaster. After taking a sucker punch and landing the static para, I opted to use Mud Slap to lower this thing's accuracy. We got toxic to midway, but I was keeping an eye on that to make sure that we were never really in a place of too much threat. Then when I pivoted over to AirPods, we'd lowered it enough to avoid the oncoming Venoshock. From there I could set up Light Screen and Reflect before swapping over to Air Fryer. We used Electric Terrain, then the following turn, Terra'd and KO'd the Skuntank with a Spark. The Revervroom was next in, and after avoiding a Bulldoze, a Fire Fang did just over half, and even though we took a painfully weak Bulldoze the following turn, we landed another Fire Fang. Sure, it didn't kill, but we got lucky and landed the burn, which was enough to knock out the motor engine before the next turn. Muk was next to hit the field, and after taking a really nasty Sludge Wave, I set up Electric Terrain again. Then it was back over to AirPods, who took one a little better. AirPods was also able to set up both screens again before using Dragon Pulse, which did, that. After conceding another hit, I had to swap over to Double A to take the next Sludge Wave, and so from here we were able to land a crit dig to KO the pile of toxic gunk. Atticus says something ludicrous and revs his car. Then it's Double A versus the Navi Starmobile. We get hit by a softish what? We dig, so the next turn we avoid a hit, but the dig honestly doesn't do quite as much as I'd hoped. Also, because of this thing's stupid ability, toxic spikes were now all over the field. After I hit it once more, the same thing happened. Now Double A was only sat at 27 HP, so I figured I was gonna need a switch. I looked at my team, but nobody was looking very live, laugh, love. Except from Alexa, our new birdie. The issue is, on the switch we took a Noxious Talk that did just a disgusting amount of damage, meaning that since we don't outspeed, Alexa was bound to fall the next turn. That's 2 full odds shinies, by the way, that I've caught and have fallen before being able to land a single attack. Incredible. At the very least, Alexa's passing meant that Toaster was able to swap in for free, and with some sort of miracle, on turn 1 back in, we avoided an attack, meaning that we could land our first Mud Slap. Lo and behold, that was enough to avoid the next oncoming hit, and our little frog was able to get a second Mud Slap off. Not only that, but Toaster was also able to shake the toxic from earlier. From here, it was crazy. Toaster managed to avoid the next hit and land another Mud Slap. The same thing happened again and again and again, until the car was as low as it could possibly get accuracy-wise. Then I just had Toaster chip away with Thundershock, avoiding hit after hit, recovering more and more with lefties until we eventually did get hit and poisoned. But it was too little too late. The RNG was in my favour, and Atticus the Raticus got Smarticus in his fabulous Asius.
Of course, not without peril. Alexa was bound to join Dan Attack in the short-circuited box, where they can smile down on our run together.
With yet another Mon down, I had my heart set on that Magnemite, and since the bird was probably the least likely of all the electric types down in that Levincia spot, I figured I should probably head back. A steel type would not go amiss. But I could never have predicted what would happen next. Wait, that's in the wall. How the hell am I gonna get that?
Okay.
Is this, how the hell do I get to it? No way did that just happen. Come here, please, no way, no, this can't be happening, please, wait, please, yes, I'm so good, yes, I'm so a ghost type does kind of feel nice considering the next big boss I need to face is Larry, the wielder of normal types, so I spared no breaths, ran to Medalli and got to work. It was gym time. I ordered my lunch and everyone in the restaurant exploded. Then, before giving me my lunch, Larith forced me into combat. So here we are. He led a koala, I led Toaster. Of course I wanted to mud slap a bunch to lower this thing's accuracy, but since this thing put us to sleep and very immediately landed 2 slams, I had to switch. I chose Light Bulb since we were completely immune to this thing, and then in trying to T-Wave, I remembered something pretty dumb.
Oh, oops.
Yeah, let's maybe not not talk about that one. I brought in AirPods to set up a reflect, and then since she also got put to sleep, I pivoted again, this time to AA battery. The idea from here is to use the reflect as much as possible to set up bulk ups. We started to finally avoid attacks, but we were put to sleep, so we need to pray this luck keeps up. AA wakes up pretty early, sets up a bunch more, and eventually I want to spam break until we wake up so that as soon as we do, this thing will get absolutely blasted into next week. And that's exactly what happened. Break, KO. The Dunsparce hits the field. Break, KO. Staraptor hits the field. Intimidate activates. Oh no. Oh wait. Terra Electric to take less from the Aerial Ace. Terra Normal because Larry's a cabbage. We outspeed Break, KO. Easy peasy. After fighting Larry, Nomona tried to jump scare me with a follow-up battle straight after my 5th badge, but that didn't faze me one bit. One by one, I floored her Pokemon and I stared her deep in her soul as I did it. She stood no chance against my Pokemon or my soul gazing. She blushed, she twisted her hair, I left. From here, I decided to take a light trip to Porto Marinada because once you obtain the 4th gym badge, an item comes available for bid. A Rotom catalog. I won it for only 4,500 Pokédollars. So with that, I went into my key items and used it for the first time. Our Rotom just became infinitely cooler in that we can literally change its form as and when we please. For now, I'll take a washing machine. Cool, so I went straight to Remy's spot up in the mountains. I want to take on the gym challenge. I'd just been feeling like this run was taking too long at this point, but trust me, you haven't seen anything yet. This run gets wild. Regardless, I fought a bunch of weebs in double battles, wiping the floor with each and every one of them before finally dunking on the MC guy last. That class is my gym trial, and so from here I decided that before taking on Rhyme, I wanted my Rotom to become an oven. The oven gets overheat, and I like that. Anyway, I'm gonna recite a poem now. Rhyme leads a Bayonet and a Mimi. How original. I led Toaster and my AA. I know, predictable. I take a sucker punch in on turn 1 and static activates so Nuzzle doesn't do what I'd have hoped, and now we're on our way. A Mud Slap breaks disguise and lowers accuracy. Lovely stuff. We took a Shadow Sneak and bite Bayonet. It almost bites the dust. Toaster used a Mud Slap on the Mimi. Now they're down by 2. I swapped my Pomo out for AirPods and a Shadow Sneak comes through. We also take a Slash, but neither moves have really done a lot, and static activates, which means that now we have a better shot. We dodge both hits, set up Reflect, then discharge to kill the Bayonet. They bring a dog in, crowd goes nuts, and cause of that, our stats get buffed. I chose to switch out AirPods though, so Luxray could come join the show. The Houndstone disappeared, so I used Mud Slap on the other guy. Electric Terrain was my next move, so the seed we're holding then gets used. The Phantom Force is pretty weak, and Mud Slap nerfs the poor Mimi. We target the dog, avoiding a hit. The dog disappears and we make use of it. So now it comes as no surprise that I want to terrastalize. Although it doesn't help us here, it gets the crowd to shout and cheer. A bite KOs the dog, and then we dodge a slash and kill the friend. Then it's up. Rhyme's final mon, some sort of punky lizard frog. It doesn't matter, it's all too late. She terrors because she came to play. A spark is all I need, and so with that, the battle's over, mate. Well, that's 40 minutes of my life I'm never getting back. So let's move on. I decided to head towards a very specific tree near Artisan to grab the TM for Charm, which I can give to Pomo. The Ground Titan was up next, and our only flying type was dead. However, what I failed to realize when prepping was that our light bulb, i.e. Rotom, could change into a water type with Hydro Pump and Levitate. So, I mean, yeah, with that, I made haste towards the behemoth and led light bulb. Off the rip, the Quick Claw that I have procced, and we landed a Hydro Pump that... Oh my god. Yeah, okay, I don't know what I was worried about, man. The Elephant Dinosaur did a ground pound, ran away, I chased it, it 180'd, headbutted a wall, ate some drugs, and now RV and I had it cornered. Another Quick Claw proc meant that I could land another Hydro Pump, which just did ludicrous damage yet again. A second the following turn put it just low enough for Arv to KO it with a Razor Leaf. And with that, our little washing machine was now officially a Titan Slayer. As always, I followed Arvin into the cave, we found the stuff, ate the stuff, and now my bike can do more things. In Alphanada, I floored Nemona with relative ease, and then I used my Rotom catalog to turn little light bulb back into... well, a light bulb. It was time now to take on Tulip. So I went and used Nuzzle against her Giraffe and then got absolutely pile drive by a Zen Headbutt. Bro, AA was inches from death. Regardless, we could swap to Toaster to finish the setup, or I guess the setup for the setup. I lowered Farigiraff's accuracy until it literally could not see, then swapped to AirPods to set up both screens. Then I brought in Light Bulb to try set up with double teams and charges, but I realized that I goofed. I goofed hard because I gave it Hex as its literal only attacking move. So, I couldn't touch this Farigiraf. The tactic was mudded, and now I was gonna have to steer because I'm a cabbage. Cool, I wasted enough turns trying to bring in AirPods to set up both screens again, then it was over to Air Fryer to set up Electric Terrain to use up the Electric Seed, then to bite for the KO. Gardevoir was in next, and I decided to opt for Terra Electric Spark. It doesn't kill, but because of Light Screen, we don't take too much from the oncoming Psychic, meaning that we can KO the next turn. Espathra's next, and Air Fryer just keeps taking damage. I eventually opted to swap back to AirPods, and after taking 2 Psychics, set up another Light Screen. I then decided that Toaster was my safest play, especially with lefties. However, before before KOing the ostrich, we got crit, so now even Toaster isn't safe. There wasn't really anything I could do though. I stayed in, they terrored and used Moonblast. The Toaster survived, bro! We managed to slack off, so now there was potential. I decided to use Mud Slap as much as I could, and since we got a few incredibly lucky dodges, and by a few, I mean more than I deserved, I could start to go on the offensive. After taking another hit though, I opted to swap over to Light Bulb, because I didn't want to risk anything. Then Geodude smiled at me yet again, and after paralyzing the bouquet of flowers, they got full parried 2 turns in a row, allowing Hex to finish the job. Gym 7, baby, let's go! Still not a full team, but it is what it is. We move. Now this is getting silly, because that stupid Magnemite that I couldn't find earlier was weighing on me, man. I need it at this point. I can't not have it. That just feels dumb after all this. So once again, I hunted, this time for a silly amount of time, in like a sea of Magnemite. I was searching forever. But listen, good things come to those who wait. You are so elusive! This stupid thing! Every single time! I knew what it looked like. I knew my brain wasn't playing tricks on me. I knew exactly, because its magnets are black. So I decided to instantly evolve Microwave the Magnemite into Microwave the Magneton, then Microwave the Magneton evolved into Microwave the Magnezone. I went and picked up the Modest Mint, turning Zony's stats from this to this. Pre-Grusha, I turned my light bulb back into an oven, then used my Dinosaur as a snowboard to show the big dogs that I was worthy of a gym battle. So, Grusha, let's kiss! Yeah, no, let's kiss. Grusha leads a Moth and I lead a Microwave. Off the rip, a quad effective Overheat absolutely obliterated the first Mon. The Big Bear was in next, so I opted to bring in Toaster to take a weak Aqua Jet and then use a Mud Slap before taking a pretty nasty Earthquake. I guess I was gonna have to swap back because the only Pokemon we have that can comfortably take an EQ is Light Bulb for obvious reasons. We avoided an Aqua Jet and KO'd yet another Mon with an Overheat. Light Bulb's going off. Titan was in next, so I brought in AirPods on a Liquidation. We got pretty lucky too, and Static activated, meaning that we can comfortably outspeed the next turns, allowing us to set up both screens. I then brought in our shiny new Magnezone, who I terrestrialized to the pure Steel type to use Flash Cannon, flooring the Ice Whale with no issue. Altaria was next and last, but Grusha outspeeds, they land a Hurricane and we get confused. Luckily though, we break through, but we just miss out on the kill. A few rounds of tomfoolery later though, we took the KO and the Cloud Dragon was in the ground, meaning that we are now in possession of every single gym badge this region has to offer. Now, if you recall earlier, I said that this was the most difficult run I've had to do yet, and so far it's been pretty standard, so whatever it is that happens surely has to happen pretty soon, right? Yeah. It's coming, and I hate that to script this video, I'm gonna have to relive it. Ortega was a wash. I pretty much set up AirPod's defense with Cotton Guard and screens and let the sheep completely decimate Orti's entire side. The False Dragon was again just easy. Big Fish was weak to electric and Small Fish couldn't really touch Microwave. So with that, it's, yeah, okay, it's time. Things were looking pretty good, our team solid, and the run feeling somewhat ready to hit the end game. Until that is, I went to Erai's base. For this, my friends, is where my entire world collapsed in front of my very eyes. I went in confident, prepared, but, yeah, okay. She led her frog, I led double aim. I nuzzled and they used Poison Jab, which, by the way, off the rip did some nasty damage. I then opted to Charm, pretty standard, and we didn't take as much damage, so I Charmed again, took even less damage, and swapped over to Toaster. The frog got full powered, and then my frog could start Mud Slapping to lower this thing's accuracy. So we get that off a few times, enough that I can confidently swap, and then I had AirPods come in and use Cotton Guard twice to +6 defense, then to set up Reflect and Light Screen. How can I lose, right? Well, I degleamed the frog and it fell, then Passimian hit the field. It used Close Combat, and we took Pee-wee damage, and KO'd it with another degleam. Then Annihilate came in, Close Combated, we ate it, hit it, ate another, and KO'd it. Then it was Lucario, we ate an Aura Sphere, then a crit degleam brought it below half. After hitting it again, I decided to set up screens again before swapping back to Toaster to take a few hits, then KO with Mud Slap. Finally, Erai brought in her car. Now, already 3 of my 6 were one hit away from surefire death. I brought in Air Fryer, and the car used Shift Gear. Oh lord, please don't set up. We took a hit and set up Electric Terrain, then the next turn I knew I had to attack. They set up another Shift Gear. Oh god. Okay, yeah, it's fine. Spark's doing okay damage, but then it used Shift Gear again. Bro, this already buffed to the moon car is, oh my god, it did it again. And the stamina boosts that it was getting from Spark are upping its Fizz Def, so yeah, I swapped over to Light Bulb anticipating an attack, and the car went for the ground move, which obviously doesn't affect Rotom, so I decided to... No! Oh crap! Oh crap! Light Bulb got O-code! Ah! I brought in Microwave, who landed a T-Bolt because it's the only mon who can really do anything specially. It did a lot of damage, but the stupid car set up again. It was now officially setting up +5 attack, +4 defense, and +6 speed. Any attack on any of my Pokemon, and they're done for. How the hell do we get out of this? Microwave, no! Another high horsepower KO'd, and literally no matter what I do, every single remaining Pokemon on my team absolutely gets O-code by this thing. I went to Toaster, and by the grace of Geodude, Toaster toughed it out so I wouldn't feel sad. That allowed me to get a mud slap off, and then the next turn, by some miracle, the car missed, allowing us to get another off. But of course, Toaster fell the following turn. I need my 2 mud slaps to pay off in some way, or the run is absolutely over. There's no escaping this, but by the grace of Arceus, AirPods comes in. Yes, oh god, oh gosh. Air Fryer, our second to last chance at this, hits the field. And we dodge one! A spark lands! Oh my god! Okay, we dodge again somehow? Air Fryer! Surely another spark's all it'll take to— What? What are you talking about? The HP bar's empty, bro! It's dead! Why is it not dead? What am I looking at? The stupid car, under stupid Erai's stupid feet, seems to have survived on what literally cannot be any more than 1 HP. And, Air Fryer wasn't able to dodge the next hit. A combat torque KO'd, and all that was left was our starter, AA battery, on exactly 22 hit points. I brought her in, and she freaking dodged! A spark lands and the stupid car breaks down! We made it out! Well, AA battery made it out on her own. Every single teammate fallen. We just went from a booming team of 6 Pokemon built over about 5 weeks to just our starter. I lay everyone to rest one by one, and for about 3 weeks I put this run to bed because I knew what needed to be done. I just didn't want to have to do it. But can you blame me? Dynattack, Alexa, microwave, toaster, AirPods, air fryer, light bulb, all gone. So listen, eventually I stopped feeling sorry for myself and I picked my Switch back up to run it. It's honestly slim pickings though. There really aren't many Pokemon left of the electric variety that we can even find. Ladies and gentlemen, I spent literally all of my spare time for the next month hunting for the new team, and in that time, genuinely some of the most ridiculous stuff in my shiny hunting career had transpired. At this point, luckily we can get Encounter Power 2 since we have all the gym badges, and with that I started the rebuild. First off, I decided to hunt for— Oh no, no! Why? No. I mean, fine, but no. Cough, cough. No, not that silly bird. No, my first Pokemon to join the Suicide Squad was going to be a buttface. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. One down. Oh, one down. Okay. Oh, what a beautiful orange buttmouth. That is fantastic. Then, in the grassy area right next to that was our next culprit. I think we should always have a— Oh my god! I found it! Wait, that's it! Ah! That's it. Oh gosh. Okay. 2 of 5. Okay, progress. 2 of 5. Easy. I'm gonna get this done before 2025. Oh no. Then it was back where we fought the poop noodle for member number 3. Ah, wait, what the— That was quicker than I thought. I know there's Voltorbs everywhere, but you are blue. That's 3 of 5. The next shiny, let's take a second. The next shiny I found was crazy because I've never once had this happen to me, ever. With only Encounter Power to back me up and no odds being shifted by a shiny charm or anything, I found a shiny Toxtricity in Alfornada Cave after maybe 1 day of hunting. That is shiny. That is absolutely yours. Yep, that's it. I thought I missed it, but that's so obvious. Yeah, cool. That's number 4. Dude. We're so close. But here's what's crazy. While I was battling it, I panned the camera to look around, and oh my god, there's another one. Wait, what the hell? Oh my god, there's another one. Wait, there's another one. Oh my god, wait, what? There's another one. Bro, there's another one. Oh my god, there's another— Wait, what? Oh my god, bro, there's another one. Holy crap. There's another one on the match. That's full odds, bro. Nah. Oh my god, there's another one. Oh my god, there's another one. That's insane. That's never happened to me before. Oh my goodness. Bro, that's never ever happened to me in any of these runs. That's insane. That is absolutely ridiculous. Are you serious, bro? The one that we got is so much worse than the one that we didn't. Right, so with 6 full odds shinies in pocket, 4 of which joining the team, there was 1 left. Now, if I asked you what the hardest shiny hunt in Scarlet and Violet is, what would your answer be? Ditto? Zoroark? Cool. You're wrong, because the hardest shiny hunt in Scarlet and Violet, and one that I promised I would never do, is this little fun-corroding sea-dwelling tadpole, because no matter where you hunt for it, it's probably the smallest overworld Pokemon you can see. Normally with water-dwelling Pokemon, you can hunt them in Let's Go mode using a flying Pokemon like a Kilowattrel who is particularly fast. But since most of the Tynamo spawn too deep to even see, Kilowattrel isn't able to reach them. So we're left with AA battery doggy paddling for dear life, KOing Tynamo after Tynamo for such a long time. I tried to make sure I was KOing all of them, but there's honestly a very fair chance that I missed the shiny. How the hell would I know? Anyway, eventually, after literally the most ludicrous stretch of shiny hunting that I've ever done, swimming around on an enclosed pool of water and resetting my save when my Pokemon inevitably overlevel, taking up just far too much of my young adult life, the unthinkable happened. Why? No, it's that. Oh my god. Please. Oh my god, please. Oh, please be shiny, please. Oh, please. Ah, it's done. Oh my god, it's done. Oh, that sucked. That was the worst shiny hunt I've ever done in my entire life. Oh, it's done. It's over. Oh my god, it's done. Oh, it's done. No. Oh, that was the most ridiculous shiny hunt I've ever done in my life. Doing that full odds is ridiculous. Never, ever subject yourself to this. I've been hunting for this thing for so... Oh my god, bro. This video is so overdue. This Pokemon, bro. It's over! I'm gonna go outside now. And so, my friends, with the luckiest full odds shiny hunt of my life done, and the worst full odds shiny hunt of my life done, we can finally make our way forth towards the Elite Four. However, first I evolved Voltorb into Electrode, Tynamo into Electric, and Electric into Electros. So, my friends, please welcome to the fray our new team. AA Battery, the Torch Carrier. Dishwasher, the Butt-Faced. Toothbrush, the Cutie. VCR, the Orb. Fax, the Weaker Twin. And Blow Dryer, the Anomaly. I then prepped TMs, items, everything I thought I might need, and with that, we were in. Elite Four time. Pray for me. Rika is up, and she's scary, for obvious reasons. She leads her Whiskerfish, and I lead Blow Dryer because we get Levitate. We took a hit, set up a light screen, and pivoted over to Fax, who dodges a Muddy Water. Now it's for prong 2 of our tactic, and that is to use Snarl to lower the Whiscash's special attack as much as possible. So once we get it low enough both in HP and in special attack, it's time to swap yet again. Back into Blow Dryer to negate the Earth Power, then dodge a Muddy Water and set up another light screen. Again, our buddy did their job, so it was over to AA Battery. From here I opted to set up bulk ups using Substitute intermittently to let us set up without a crazy amount of issue. The screens faded and our sub faded, and just like a cabbage I set up another for it to just be torn right back down. So from here it was time to baton pass with what little setup we could muster back on over to Blow Dryer. Our eel gets drain punched and +2 was gonna have to be enough. The Whiscash went down and the Dawn Fan came in. From here it's just a matter of spamming the move until the elephant goes down. Then it's over to Dog Trio. They set up a Sandstorm, but a single liquidation was all it took for the KO. The Lava Camel was in, they outsped, used Yawn and fell to but 1 liquidation. Finally it's time for Claude to hit the field. Rika throws her orb, the Clodsire gets all Terrastalize and we both missed. So Blow Dryer falls asleep. Here's the thing though, Clodsire kinda sucks. So I stayed in waiting for the wake up, and once that inevitably happened, it was a line of drain punches to wrap the battle. 1 down, 3 to go. Gita, I'm coming for you. Young Poppadom was up next, and this toddler was a force to be reckoned with. Unlucky for them, so was my toothbrush. I opened the battle by clicking Charm on the Copperaja, then they set up stones. Another Charm on the elephant was becoming increasingly more useless, and finally after the 3rd Charm I pivoted over to AA. We take damage from the stones, and since we're holding the air balloon, the oncoming high horsepower doesn't do anything. So from here it was time to set up with bulk ups. 3 in, I gave AA agility and used that a couple of times before being forced to switch, and our queen Blow Dryer was up. Now she can comfortably set up the final bulk ups before finally letting loose. +4 speed, +6 attack, and +6 defense. Copperaja of course goes down, followed very swiftly by Bronzong. Magnezone holds on with Sturdy, but used its only alive turn to set up light screens against what's so clearly the muscliest eel you've ever seen. Then after KOing the saucer, Corvi fell, and then finally it was all down to Popeth's ace, Tinkaton. They terrestrialized, but Blow Dryer just outsped and shattered Tink's hammer, and with any luck, Poppy's dreams. Lorenzo was up next, and my guy has flying types, so Terra Electric AA Battery with bulk up set up pretty much rinsed through his entire side. Not much more to say about that one, boss man. You put all your eggs in the wrong basket. Hassle, however, might be a little bit more of an issue. My guy leads his Noivern, and I send out AA, who I conveniently taught Ice Punch. We take a Super Fang and a single Ice Punch Oko's the first dragon, then it's a Seaweed. I pivoted over to Blow Dryer, who took 2 real nasty hits, but managed to get an Eerie Impulse off before swapping to VCR to T-Wave. Then we got hit with a Sludge Bomb that poisoned. I managed to get a second Eerie Impulse off, but because of a stupid crit, VCR got put down to 8 HP, meaning that at the end of the turn, they die to the poison. Okay. A free switch means that AA is able to come back in and set up, knowing that Dragalge's as marshmallowed as it can get. Then once I was satisfied, I used Rest matched with a Chesto Berry to get back up to full. The issue here is that stupid Dragalge used Sludge Bomb and landed the poison, so now I decided to baton pass over to Toothbrush, our fairy type. We take a hit on the switch, but we evaded the poison, meaning that I can Terra Fairy and use Toothbrush to play rough, KOing the Seaweed Dragon. Followed promptly by the Axe Face, then the Apple Dragon, and finally the Coldzilla could come in. They terrestrialize, but our electric Toothbrush is just too fast and gets the job done in one single play rough. Although, it's a sad day when the short-circuited box gains another member. I'm sorry, young VC. VCR, you served me well. This is it. One single battle to get the run to champion status. The fight to define it all. Gator tightens her glove and leads an ostrich. I lead my blow dryer, and off the rip we take a nasty Lumina crash, which also harshly lowers our SPDF. I don't want blow dryer to fall too, so over to dishwasher it is. We avoid on the switch, which is hilarious because Pink Urchin canonically doesn't move. But regardless, the following turn we take a hit and KO Espathra. Avalog hit the field and I opted to pivot on over to Toothbrush so that we can— oh my god, what?
Oh, jeez. Okay, so this isn't good. I know it's just going from bad to worse here, but blow dryer won't outspeed the next turn anyway, so I think this is what has to be done. I stayed in, and Toothbrush used Charm, and with one final EQ, our friend was no more.
The free switch plus the -2 attack already meant that Fax could come in and land a Charm, allowing him to survive the following EQ. Without Toothy's Charm, that would not have been possible. So 2 Charms in, I was backed against a wall, and so I chose to stay in and use Charm yet again to bring Avalog down to -6. Listen, I know there were ways out of this, but the pressure got to me, I played it wrong, and my team was paying the price. It's my fault. Double A battery came in, and my new plan was to bulk up. I got 4 off before needing to use rest, and the Chesto Berry came through after, meaning now with the +4, we could go on the offense. 1 Brick Break and the coffee table dies. Terra Electric, Brick Break, the goat also dies. Same goes for the Samurai, then the fish dies to a spark. Finally, Gita brought out her alien rock flower. They terrestrialized to the rock type, but that was a cabbage move because Brick Break KO'd that as well. The battle was over. Champion status was mine, and I was done. Except I wasn't. There's tale of one more. One final off-the-grid battle, way underground, that stands between us and true Paldean championship. AI Sada. Allow VCR, Toothbrush, and Fax to rest in a death box that now consists of 10 full odds shiny electric type Pokemon. Even our new team has been cut in half, so from here, there was only one thing left to do. Yo! Oh, that's 2. But Gentledude, that Oricorio isn't an electric type. Shut up, I know, shut up. I'm taking that Oricorio to Delibird Presents to buy a specific nectar that will pretty much do to them what we could do with Rotom. In a blur, I wiped the floor with Arven, Clavel, Penny, and Nemona, and then finally it was time. We descend to the depths of Area Zero to see once and for all if the shiny electric type run deserves its seat at the table. Sada, you and me, right now.
Wait, no, let's fight.
My future ex-dominatrix led her Slither Wing, and I led Alarm Clock, our Pachirisu. We managed to outspeed and get a nuzzle off, but to be honest, the following lunge just did far too much. So I decided, for the good of the run, that I'd stay in, outspeed, and charm. But by the grace of RN Geodude, Slitherwing got full powered. I got charm number 2 off, and then finally number 3 as well, taking pretty minimal damage from the low sweep. So Alarm Clock lives to tell the tale. I swapped over to Double A to start the setup. We got 4 bulk ups off before I opted to start using agility. We kept getting hit with low sweeps, which lowers speed, so I didn't love that. Regardless, with our setup intact, I could pretty comfortably baton pass over to Blow Dryer. Slitherwing got full powered on the switch, and a Fire Punch called the Dinosaur Moth. The Mushroom hit the field, but just as quickly folded. Sandy's Shocks next up, and a single Drain Punch did the job. Scream Tail, Fire Punch, yes. Flustermane came in and hit Blow Dryer with a pretty mad Shadow Ball before falling to a Fire Punch. Finally, Sada's Ace, and the single scariest Pokemon of the run, hits the field. Blow Dryer got outsped, but since they hit physically and didn't get the crit, Blow Dryer tanks it and retaliates with a super effective Drain Punch. And I am so glad that Blow Dryer actually paid off.